Good evening, everybody. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing, breaking news, the greatest news channel in boxing. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know how the sound is sounding here tonight. We want to thank everybody for showing up. Hey, guys, how you doing? All right. All right. So somebody in the comments section, let me know if the sound maybe is too loud. I have the different headphones on and it seems pretty loud with that. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Okay, there we go. That'll help a little bit. All right, guys. So we're going to get into the news stories tonight. We're going to go through the headlines here at KO Boxing Breaking News. For you guys that don't know who I am, I'm Alan Feaster. Everybody who has subscribed recently, I think this past month, we had like 47 new subscribers. We appreciate that. Everybody left your comments on TikTok, on the shorts or the YouTube shorts, and the brand new subscribers. We do appreciate your support. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Also, tonight, don't forget to hit the bell notification button when we do go live or come out with some new content. Always hit the bell, hit the like button as well, especially the like for the algorithms from YouTube. We'll share the videos and the news stories to other people. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Don't forget. All right. So what we're going to talk about is a few different things tonight. We'll get into the news stories. Here we go, guys. One of the most interesting things for me here tonight that I seen earlier today, and I want to talk about it tonight. Give me 1 second, guys. I messed up here real quick. Still learning curve, making some mistakes. We haven't went live so much in a while, so okay, here we go. The first thing we're talking about is the banner right behind me. Is DAZN strikes back. Court backs aggressive crackdown on illegal streaming. Is this the end game for boxing streaming for people that's been stealing the stream? Real quick, we had some people leave some comments already. Sorry, guys. We had a technical problem. Again, I gotta go buy a new box here. It's knocking out the sound, knocking out the lighting, and it's a little electrical box that keeps shorting out. So we got to go buy a new box. Apologize, guys. But we're going to talk about illegal streaming tonight to begin with, and then we'll go on to the other boxing news here tonight. A few people stopped by. Thank you. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. We already have one comment tonight. AI says hello. Appreciate you stopping by. Sorry, guys, about the technical problem. Somebody's making fun of me the other night about that. They thought it was kind of funny. They didn't expect to have come on to a live stream where somebody's having a technical problem. Okay, but let's get into the news story real quick. Guys, go tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this. Give me 1 second as we pull it back up. We lost it since I started over. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Okay, this came in earlier this afternoon or this morning. I think the Boxing Voice did talk about this a little bit, but we're going to talk about it tonight as well. And I'm going to share the information. This might not be important to some of you, but some of the boxing fans out there, it might be important. In a decisive legal victory, sports broadcasting, the integrity of DAZN, had this in the news today. All right, guys, bear with me. I got lost my train of thought. In collaboration with 12th Player, has secured a powerful court order in Belgium, forcing both internet service providers and public DNS resolver operators to block more than 130 pirate streaming domains and 5 illegal IPTV platforms. So all you computer technical people out there probably know what that means. This is just a symbolic win, guys. It's legally binding directive backed by 100,000. They say 100,000 euros per day in fines for non-compliance issued by the Brussels Enterprise Court. Now, the platforms like Cloudflare, Google, Cisco, once seen untouchable, digital middlemen have now been formally ordered to disable DNS access to infringing domains or pay the price. So they're going to cut down on illegal streaming. We'll finish off here, guys. DAZN hailed the move as the first of its kind, and it's a real big step forward, in quote, said DAZN, in the fight against content theft in Belgium. For once, the law is catching up, and it's making illegal streaming painful and very, very expensive and increasingly futile, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments, and we'll go on to real boxing news. This is still boxing news. But praise where it's due. DAZN is doing what the industry has avoided to do for many years. While other people moan about piracy, DAZN is actually fighting in there. And it's really not a PR stunt. It's a legal enforcement strategy with international implications, guys. The first thing is DAZN operates, guys, in over 200 different countries. It holds a massive boxing rights, including multi-year deals with Matchroom Boxing, Queensberry Promotions, and I guess they also do work with Golden Boy Promotions as well, and some others. But guys, it's a platform that carries top-tier events in boxing, also MMA, football. For us here in the United States, that's soccer, all under constant threat from freeloaders who think illegal streaming is a victimless crime. And it does affect the boxers and fighters' paychecks and how much money they make as well. We all know that. Well, it's not. As DAZN's head of global rights, Tom Burrows, bluntly stated at the Financial Times Business of Football Summit, he says, in quote, guys, says media rights deals have been done on the basis of exclusivity, but I think there's almost an argument to say you can't get exclusive rights anymore because piracy is so bad. Now, guys, a legal milestone, dynamic blocking with teeth. What makes this enforcement truly a landmark, it's combined with dynamic blocking, DNS level intervention. That, guys, this means the first one of the bullet points is ISPs like Proximus, Talent, Orange Belgium, and VO must block the infringing domains. The next point is users switching to public DNS like Cloudflare or Google 8.8.8.8 will no longer find a backdoor. That's based on a court order, guys. Now, Cloudflare, Google, Cisco must comply or face daily financial penalties of 100,000 euros per day. No appeals, no drawn-out litigation, just compliance or punishment. Now, guys, and one of the other things they're talking about here today, this is combined with Belgium's 2022 legal reforms gives rights holders an efficient, aggressive legal framework to fight piracy in real time, something most other jurisdictions, they're saying, still lack. One of the other things here real quick, let's call it what it is, guys. It's illegal streamers are pirates. All right.
Ahoy there, matey!
Oh, man, we got some pirates here tonight, guys. Okay. All right. Whatever. We'll finish this out. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll finish this out real quick. Sorry, guys. We had a little problem. Hello, AI. Thank you for stopping by. Anybody else watching tonight? Let's also, for too long, those who constantly stream stolen content have pretended they're sticking it to greedy corporations. The reality, as I said earlier, they're also sticking it to the people that make money from boxing, like the fighters, the promoters, other people that make money from the live streams. Okay. They're undermining the very industry that they claim to love as well. They say, oh, we love boxing, but they also take money from the fighters, as I mentioned. DAZN's research shows that 1/3 of Belgians, people aged 16 to 24, use illegal streams to watch football, and similar numbers likely to apply also to boxing. The estimated loss is 180 million euros per year. Now, guys, also, when you steal streams, you're not sticking it to the man. You're robbing fighters, as I said, or of their paydays and killing future events. Belgium is only the beginning. With the successful Belgian case as precedent, other countries are expected to follow suit already. We're seeing it. Probably here it's going to happen in the United States too, guys, with all the investigations and things going on. Now, adversarial corporations from ISPs as well. One last, this got long. Public endorsements of blocking from telecom executives. Government-supported anti-piracy units working alongside broadcasters.
Ahoy there, matey!
All right, no pirates, guys. And now the big tech gatekeepers are on the hook, as we mentioned. No more excuses. DNS operators can no longer find neutrality when their services are used to bypass legal enforcement. Final verdict, guys. Illegal streaming just got its day in court, and they lost. Okay, now the pirate community again.
Ahoy there, matey!
Embodied for years by lack of enforcement, tech loopholes, has finally been cornered by DAZN. Victory in Belgium shows what happens when broadcasters stop asking nicely and start using the law to fight back. Okay, that's the gist of it. Okay, what do you guys think about that? About piracy? Do you agree with it? Has it saved you any money? We lost a few people that are watching. Probably bored you to death with that one. Also, my sound is a little off here tonight. Maybe a step back. All right, there we go. Maybe a little bit better. So tell me what you guys think about that in the comments. Also, if you want to hit the StreamYard link, you guys can hit that to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Follow the instructions and you can come on live. Maybe later on we'll add a phone number that you guys can add to come on live. Okay. What else is in the boxing news here tonight? We'll get into it even further. So guys, type your comments on screen, hit the StreamYard link. The live show is for you guys to come on to share as well. So give me 1 second, guys. Try to fix the sound a little bit. So guys, okay, there we go. All right, that'll help me out a little bit. There we go. The sound was going back into my ear a little bit too loud. So here we go. We're still on, guys. We're still good. Okay, what else is happening here in the boxing news? All right, what else is happening? Okay, here we go. Also, what's happening here tonight in the boxing news, the latest news. Just scroll back here. Besides that story. Bear with me, guys. I haven't stepped out of my comfort zone. We haven't done this in a while. I had a live show the other night. Had a technical problem that threw me off. Okay, Benavidez. This is also big in the news here tonight. We're going to talk about Benavidez and the WBC. Benavidez gains WBC lightweight heavyweight title as Bivol bows out to chase Beterbiev, his trilogy. And we're going to talk about this. Was it mainly in the news today? It's all over the headlines in boxing. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed today that interim 175-pound champion David Benavidez is a new light heavyweight belt holder after Dmitry Bivol has relinquished his title with the WBC organization. Now, guys, a WBC order purse bid was scheduled for tomorrow for Bivol's mandatory fight with Benavidez. But Dmitry chose to relinquish his belt so that he could participate in a trilogy match with Artur Beterbiev. I guess Benavidez is the new king. Now, guys, Benavidez would have preferred winning the WBC 175-pound title the traditional way by challenging Bivol for it. But what can you do if you didn't want to fight him? What can we do about that? He got scared, I guess. He wasn't going to just idly stand by, letting Bivol put him on ice while he fights Beterbiev again. There would be no guarantees that the winner of the Bivol-Beterbiev third trilogy fight would have ended up fighting him, guys. Now, that could have chosen to go for a fourth fight or vacate, placing Benavidez right where he is now, guys. So what's happening here, Bivol, who's 24 big wins, 1 loss, 12 KOs, reportedly would have preferred to keep his WBC belt, but the WBC did their job. They did what they're supposed to do. They forced their hand by ordering him to face the Mexican monster, Benavidez, next, guys. Now, it wouldn't have been difficult for Bivol to hold off on his trilogy match with Artur Beterbiev, who is 40 years old, but the Saudis wanted that one next. They get what they want because they're paying big money. So, guys, the question is why Bivol vacated. Also, Dmitry defending his WBC belt against Benavidez wouldn't have been a sure win. Like I said, he's a pretty good fighter, probably whip his ass. But if it were a piece of cake, Bivol would have likely been given a green light to face Benavidez. But however, like I said, the trilogy fight with Beterbiev, who is now 21 big wins, 1 loss, 12 KOs after. So, guys, there was too much of a chance, as we were talking about, that Bivol would lose and get beaten quite badly by Benavidez, as I said. But which would drain what little interest the boxing public still has in seeing the trilogy fight. Now, guys, given the rumored 55,000 pay-per-view buys on DAZN from the U.S. fans in the second Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 fight on February 22nd, it would have been foolhardily for Dmitry to defend his WBC title against David Benavidez. Now, guys, he'd have lost the fight, and then the trilogy fight with Beterbiev wouldn't be worth dirt, basically. Seriously, guys.
Oh!
Right.
Oh!
Okay. All right. So Now, they could put it on pay-per-view, and they'd be lucky to bring in 20,000 buys stateside here. But fans are tired and bored, are very boring of fighting away. But so, guys, they'll be really sick of it if Benavidez sent Bivol to the next galaxy. Now, guys, next up for this, we'll see. We'll see. Well, we'll see for sure. Who he faces now, the Benavidez is now the WBC light heavyweight champion. These are some of the options that he has. We have Callum Smith, David Morrell rematch, Anthony Yard, Willie Hutchinson, Lyndon Arthur, also Edgar Berlanga, if he chooses to move up in weight, guys. Okay, Mauricio Solomon left a comment on Twitter, on text. Let me see if I can do a screen share for you real quick, and we can pull that up. We haven't done this in a while. We'll do our presets. We'll share the screen for you guys can see this here real quick. All right, there we go. You guys can see for yourself if it's going to let me. Okay. I guess it's not. Okay, we'll have to cancel that. Okay. So it said we got blocked there for some reason. Let's try that again. I'm going to try to screen share again one more time for you. I hope I can't do that. Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's try it one more time. There we go. This is what I was trying to do, guys, earlier. It says, Mauricio Solomon says, I've just received a cold and impersonal notification from Dimitri Bivol lawyer, Patrick English, with arguments that are so ridiculous that I'd rather not discuss, informing the WBC that Dimitri Bivol has decided to relinquish his WBC light heavyweight championship. We wish Bivol, and it says here, we got to go here. It says, show more. All right. They go on. Let's go back here, guys. Okay. Okay. It says here, WBC Dimitri Bivol has decided to relinquish his WBC light heavyweight championship. We wish Bivol success and hereby confirm David Benavidez as WBC World Light Heavyweight Champion. That's a screenshot from Twitter. Let's see. That's what some people are saying. According to, okay, that's what they're saying by Mauricio Solomon. Okay, we'll stop the screen share. All right, guys. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comments. Do you have any comments on this as well here tonight? Thank you for the few people that are watching. I'm making some mistakes here tonight, but we haven't went live in a while. Just stumbling through for you guys tonight in this news story. So here we go. Okay, let's go back here, guys. Out of Twitter. So tell me what you guys think. Let's go through some of the other people's comments. Postgrad, he left this comment about 2 hours ago. So Benavidez is now an email champion. Yeah, all right. Let's give him a round of applause. Email. Okay, we're joking. Callum Smith, David Morrell rematch, Anthony Yard, Willie Hutchinson, Lyndon Arthur, Edgar Berlanga if he chooses to move up. What? Do you people even look at the rankings? That's what he is saying. That's by Postgrad. Left that comment 2 hours ago. Let's do a screen share for some of the comments, guys, where you can see some of them. Let's give them credit and respect. If you guys don't type any of your own comments on screen, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's screen share that over. Okay, there we go. All right. That way you guys can see them. Mr. Body Shots left this comment about 2 hours ago. Let's move that up to the top where you guys can see it. It says, not his fault. Chicken shit Bivol ducked him. Finish his sentence. Then also Undisputed left this comment 2 hours ago. It's a real long one. I'll go ahead and read it since you guys ain't posting no comments. This is crazy how the WBC organization has no problem forcing Bivol to face David or relinquish the belt. Where was the same energy from the WBC organization when David was the WBC mandatory for Canelo? They did talk about this here as well. Alvarez, is the WBC belt back when David was in the super middleweight division as Canelo's mandatory for almost 3 years? Exactly, guys. Smash. They never forced Canelo to face David or relinquish the WBC belt for 3 years, guys, during that time, but they have no problem forcing Bivol to face David or relinquish the belt. Tell me what you think about that. Lincoln Links also left this comment. We ain't going to go through all the comments. We're waiting for you guys to put some comments on screen, guys, or click the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts. The live show is for you. Okay. Lincoln Links left this comment. WBC can keep their dang belt and even give it to Canelo. Who cares, they say. At least Bivol and Arthur stung the corrupt Mafians with a little birdie finger. Okay, guys. Okay, that's it. Let's move on to the next story, or let's finish this one out. Tell me what you guys think in the comments about that. Okay, that's it. Tell me what you guys think about that one. Let's go back here, see what else is happening in the boxing news as well. And the top stories for tonight. That was one of the big ones, guys. So what do you think about Benavidez, David Benavidez, now being an email champion? Okay, we give a lot of people a rash of shit for being an email champion in the past. So you'll see if he appreciates getting that WBC World Championship belt by email. Okay, Hitchinson versus Kambosos IBF title fight is set for June 14th at Madison Square Garden Theater in New York City. We won't go into that one too much. Dmitry Bivol vacates, again, like I said, this is all over the news. Dmitry Bivol vacates the WBC title to sidestep David Benavidez, prioritizing lucrative Arthur Beterbiev trilogy fight. You don't want to mess that up, making that big money. Okay, let's get into this one. We talked about this the other day. This is Jerome Boots Ennis, I think. Terrence Crawford should warm up at a 160-pound weight class. Boots Ennis says in quote, Ennis highlights size disparity and inactivity as major hurdles for Terrence Crawford. Canelo is potential September clash. So that's what Jerome Boots Ennis feels, that he should warm up at 160 pounds, I guess, first to get used to being hit with the big, heavy punches. Pretty much that's what they're talking about. So we'll save that for later on. The DAZN strikes back, as we said, in the court, going to court, stopping the streamers. Diego Pacheco shuns Mbili for unranked recently knockout of Trevor Mr. McCumbie. Sorry, guys. We won't get into that one too much. Jerron Ennis, padded record, roasted by fans. Stanionis fight impending. I think his fight's coming up, so let's get into this a little bit here, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, we'll talk about this one here. You guys got any more comments like to come on screen? We can put your comments on screen or click the StreamYard link to come on live. The other day when we did a live stream, we didn't have a lot of people watching the live stream, and later on people came back. We think we had over 1,000 views from the last live stream that we did do. I was really thoughtful of you guys taking your time watching this while I'm stumbling through, getting comfortable doing live streams again. Okay, appreciate you stopping by. Okay, let's also get into this as well. Jerron Ennis. Now remember, if you guys don't post your comments on screen or click the StreamYard link to come on live, I'm not going to stick around very long. So here, I'll give you guys the invite link again by StreamYard. Click the StreamYard link again. I put it in the comment section. That way you guys can come on live. It's there in the front right there, the StreamYard link to come on live. Okay, fans on social media are roasting IBF welterweight champion Jerome Boots Ennis ahead of his unification fight against WBA champ Emantius Stanionis this coming Saturday, April 12th. If I have time, if I have enough money in my pocket, we might be able to do a live watch party that night. At the Boardwalk Hall. This is going to be at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. For you guys that maybe don't know that. Ennis, who is now 30 years old and is still being matched like a prospect, guys. That's one of the major criticism fans have about the Philadelphia native. when he is going to step up, when he's going to go up the 154-pound weight class. I want him to move up the 154-pound weight class. You can't call Stanionis a step up because he's a basic plotter who has never beaten anyone of note during his entire career. Also, they're talking about, I think, Jaron Ennis's resume. It's a flawed resume. Fans criticize Ennis, who is now 33 big wins, 0 losses, and 29 KOs, for facing bums. You serious? Come on, guys. Come on, bums. Really? That's right. Okay. Fans criticize him for facing bums throughout his career. When he stepped up against a decent fighter, Karen Chukhazian, he looked like a rank amateur and was schooled twice by him. Now, Ennis's recent fights they're talking about is he fought Karen again. They have a hard time pronouncing his last name. David Avanesian, who's a journeyman. Terrence Bud Crawford also fought him and knocked him out. Also, Roman, I always mispronounce his name. Roman Villa, or Valle, how do you spell that? The Spanish last name. Castillo Clayton, he fought him as well. Thomas Delorme as well. Okay. Valle, I guess you always pronounce that. Villa. There you go. Villa. I pronounced it right. Okay. Boots lost last November getting boxing lesson by Karen and humiliated in front of a large crowd of pro-Ennis supporters at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. You got school there saying. Now, this is not the fight that fans wanted from Jaron after watching him flail about, almost lose his last fight against Chukhazian. Ennis needed a fight against either Brian Norman Jr. or Virgil Ortiz Jr. to help erase the lasting images in the fans' minds of how Karen dominated him. In hindsight, Boots chose 2 fighters to regain the fans he lost and his disastrous fight against Chukhazian. It was foolish, guys are saying, for him to face Stanionis after that performance this past November. Now, guys, again, they're saying no amount of hype by Jaron's slick-talking promoter, Eddie Hearn, can convince fans he's the real deal. People are giving up on Boots left and right because he's not fought at the same level he once did since stepping up against world-class opposition against Chukhazian in 2023. Now, guys, the promoters sold fans a bill of goods. Is he the real deal or not? They say he's a bill of goods. They made Ennis look like he was worth 24-karat gold by matching him against weak opposition, such as Thomas Delorme, Sergey Lipinets, and Chris Van Heerden. Guys, 147-pound, a hiding place in that weight class. I personally feel, in my opinion as well, stick around and try to get all the belts if you can. But I think to challenge himself, to get the respect of the boxing fans, he needs to step up where the killers are at. That's the 154-pound division. Now, if Hearn is going to re-sign Boots after his multi-fight contract expires with Matchroom, he needs to be tough with him and let him know that it's not going to work for him if he uses the welterweight division as a foxhole to hide, guys. Seriously, come on. He poking his head out a little like a prairie dog out of a foxhole. Okay. Now the Predators, he needs to face the Predators. As I said, if he can't handle the Predators, it's against the tough opposition I was talking about. It's not worth being given a contract extension. Now, guys, Ennis needs to move up to 154 pounds, as I was talking about, because there's no one for him to fight at 147 other than Brian Norman Jr. or perhaps Ryan Garcia, if that fight is ever offered to him. Now, guys, Devin Haney won't be worth much after he loses his rematch with Ryan or is beaten by Jose Ramirez next month on May 2nd. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about that in the comment section as well. We see how many people still sticking around to watch this show. Okay, let's go on. Let's go over and screen share some comments. I know we left any comments on this story. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's screen share some comments over from this story, since you guys are not leaving any comments, and see what other boxing fans are saying. Let me get rid of the StreamYard link for a moment. Remember, click that StreamYard link, come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Okay, let's go over to some of the fans, see what the other fans are saying from this story. Jerry G left this comment 10 hours ago. I will be there at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, rooting for Stanionis upset. Okay, give him a thumbs up, okay? All right. Okay, I can't do that yet. Okay, then also Gary G says, does my buddy, the pit bull shitter, want to stop by at the fight and say hello? I'll never treat her to a dog biscuit, or because I'll treat her to a dog biscuit or two. I don't get that. Okay, John says, left this comment about 10 hours ago. Stanionis' career is the same, 31 years old, rarely fights, not a great resume. He's talking about him as well. And he says, yep. Also left this comment 9 hours ago. Yes, but Stan's resume is such because his bout versus Virgil Ortiz was canceled 3 different times. I had tickets to the last attempt here in SA. Also, Turbiev is by far the best opposition either man has faced. Or no, Butiev, I think is he's saying. Okay, my buddy Shots left this comment 6 hours ago. Wouldn't say padded, but stepping up for Ennis has been tough. Valle, Karen, Stanionis should be a bummer. They're going through some of the comments. That's enough, guys. We'll stop the screen share there. I was trying to show you what other comments other fans were saying. I shouldn't use these headphones tonight because I can't hear too well. And then if I turn a certain button on, it'll blow my ears out. But guys, tell me what you think about the Jerome Boots Ennis. Are you going to watch the fight this weekend? I'll see if I can do a watch party for that fight. Also, the next story in the headlines, I'm going to F you up, make you cry. Big Baby Miller vows to rearrange Wardley's face. That's a video they're showing on social media. They did talk about that. Also, they're talking about Ennis versus Stanionis, in quote, Boots has unification followed by undisputed on his radar. We'll see. We see Brian Norman Jr. wants a piece of him, wants a piece of Mario Barrios, and then he wants to beat Mario and then fight Boots and then become undisputed champion in the 147-pound division. So look out for Brian Norman Jr., as we talked about the other day. Okay, what else is happening here in the boxing news, guys? As well, give me 1 second. We're going to go to another news outlet source to see what they're also talking about, guys. Okay, we talked about David Benavides. We talked about Bivol. What else is happening here in the boxing? Frank Warren defends Jarrell Miller fight against Fabio Wardley. PED offenses and fan backlash in the WBA title eliminator. Okay. Let's talk about this. You guys can go back and watch the video. I should have added this video clip earlier tonight, but I didn't have time. Let's talk about this here real quick. Give me 1 second. Moving things around, guys, so I can see better. Okay. All right, this is what they're talking about. Fight fans might be more than a little tired of pre-fight dramas at press conferences and weigh-ins. We've seen far too many table slaps in the face, and pushing and shoving matches between two fighters as they go face-to-face ahead of a fight. And today, it happened again. This as Jarrell Miller and Fabio Wardley almost got physical at the presser that took place ahead of their June 7th fight in Ipswich, United Kingdom. Now, Miller, one of the sport's bad boys, a man with a big mouth and a fast mouth, didn't like some of the things Wardley said about him today. And the New Yorker reached over security and managed to push Wardley back by the forehead. You guys can go back and see that on video. I forgot to add that. Miller, one of the most proficient trash talkers in the sport today, didn't like it when Wardley issued a death threat towards him. He's saying he had a death threat. He says, I quote, "I'm going to whoop your ass. I know Frank Warren is a good salesman, but he's effed up," Miller said of Wardley. "There's a reason I've been avoided for so many years. I'm a killer. Real warriors travel anywhere. We're cut from different cloth. I was being respectful, but then you made me," he says they have asterisks, guys, so I can't read it. "Oh, whoop your ass. This song." Oh, he talked about some rap song or some song they came out with disrespecting him. Big Daddy Killer, calling him a Big Daddy Killer. "Where I come from, you make a diss son. That's a death threat. I'm gonna F you up. You can smile all you want." To watch Wardley, 18 big wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, 17 KOs shot back. Then they go on, end quote. "This diss track," that's what we're talking about, a music track, "this song he's talking about, I don't know about it. I don't know if he dreamed it," Wardley said, end quote. "They call you Big Baby because you don't shut the F up. You need a pacifier in your mouth," end quote. Also in quote says, "Come make me shut up then." He said, 26 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 22 KOs. Miller barked back, guys. And then Miller managed to make contact with Wardley's head with a full melee melee. So they say a full melee erupting. For some, this stuff is still fun in games. For others, it's dull. Like for me, it's kind of dull, and has been done to death. The pushing and shoving and blah blah blah. But the passion both will hopefully translate into a great action fight on June 7th. I think they're just doing it, guys, to sell the fight. We're going to stop there. That's going to bore me to death. Okay, that article. But guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments. I don't have too many people stopping by tonight. Let's go through maybe 1 or 2 more headlines because I want to end so quickly, so abruptly. But you guys got to come on the live show to make some comments, share your thoughts. Yeah, I'm making some mistakes, but we got to work those little bugs out, and we will do so as well as we go along, doing it more often. Okay, hit the StreamYard link to come on live. What else is happening in the boxing news from that side of the world, from the other news outlet sources? Yeah, we did talk about that. I'm scrolling down, guys. Also, reports say Inoue, Naoya Inoue, I was a hard time pronouncing his name. Naoya Inoue's upcoming May fight in Vegas isn't shifting tickets at all, they're saying. Let's talk about, I think that's a mistake. I think he probably would sell a lot of tickets, but we'll see what they're saying. Okay, they're saying here, in reports regarding the absolutely dismal number of tickets his upcoming May fight in Las Vegas has shifted are 100% legit. It seems clear why Japanese superstar Naoya Inoue has fought back home so much during his career. As we know, the monster everybody's calling him is the total megastar in Japan. He is a huge megastar in Japan, guys, where he regularly and routinely sells out massive arenas with 50,000 or more fans showing up to see the unified super bantamweight king do his stuff. Now, returning to the United States, guys, to fight for his first time since 2021 and for just the 3rd time in total, Inoue will box Roman Cardenas, this at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on May 4th. And guess what, guys? They say ticket sales are said to be almost non-existent. But things do change, guys. Now, this from boxing promoter Rick Glaser on X. I think Rick Glaser, he loves Inoue to death. I mean, Rick's our buddy, our friend. He comes on our show in the past. We'll try to have him back on again since we're back on, and have Rick Glaser come back on, the businessman of boxing. But this is what he says in quote, told by multiple sources, Inoue tickets at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas May 4th on ESPN are totally dead. So dead the tickets should be given to last rites, and the team Inoue isn't happy about the promotional flow, or I guess the promotional flop they have. The promoter, the none other than Top Rank, that's the boxing at Top Rank nowadays. That's what he's fighting for, end quote. Whether or not you agree the folks at Top Rank are struggling as far as selling out shows these days, it is a surprise that the fans are opting to stay away in droves instead of wanting to see up close and live one of the best fighters on the planet as he brings his greatness to the United States. Maybe people are struggling financially and the ticket prices here are simply too steep, or maybe fans are not tuned in on Inoue's challenger in Cardenas, who is not a bad fighter and has won the last 14 fights and has 26 big wins, 1 loss overall. We'll go on, guys. They're saying, or maybe there will be some last-minute ticket sales that will save the show from embarrassment and possibly from Inoue opting to fight at home full-time from here on out. Now, Inoue, who is now 29 big wins, 0 losses, 26 KOs, hasn't boxed in nearly an empty arena, nearly empty arena ever quite some time. Well, probably never, ever. But it would be a pretty sad thing if he did here next month. Inoue is a massive star in Japan, guys, but apparently not in America. Now, they're judging by the total lack of clamor for the tickets for his upcoming fight anyway. That's what they're saying in the media and social media today, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section as well about that. This news story. How much time I've been on for 49 minutes, guys. One person left a comment earlier that was AI, said hello. So guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for sharing. If you do watch this later on, please leave your comments as well. I'm going to end it here tonight. That's the gist of it, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Everybody have a good night. We'll try to be back on again Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. And eventually, as I go on every night, guys. Oh, my camera just fell. More technical problems, guys. More technical problems. Okay, the camera just fell, guys. See? Come on. Check me out later on. See all the fun technical problems we do have. And we'll catch you guys next time. Everybody say goodnight to this pretty lady here. Everybody have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Boxing is a tough sport, and my hat go off to all boxers because you got to be a certain type of brave type of person to do boxing. Just like just like air pilots that fly the airplanes. I never want to fly an airplane. I think you gotta be a tough person to want to fly a fucking airplane. Are you kidding me? What if I push one button wrong and I destroy everybody? Boxing kind of like that. You gotta put your nerves on the guy. You gotta believe in yourself. Pilots gotta believe in themselves to land this aircraft.
Yes.
And I believe boxers are the same way. You gotta believe in yourself to land that knockout. So my hats go off to you. I wish you nothing but the luck. I've been trying to find more clips on you to watch you because like I tell KO, I'm a casual boxing fan.